Guys, welcome back to another edition of the Bronco Sports Report. I'm TJ Eckert. Find me on Twitter at TJ_Eckert.
I am Luke Parrish. Find me on Twitter at Luke A. Parrish.
And I'm Victor Gazada. Find me at Twitter at VicQ87.
All right. Excuse me if I sniffle into this microphone too many times. The allergies are getting to me. So
It is that time of the year.
It is that time of year. So hopefully the weather stays nice. Let's go ahead and get started with a little softball, guys.
Woo! Woo!
Softball team. Tough weekend over the weekend. Went 1-3 against Northwest Missouri and Missouri Western. And then come back yesterday, go to Lawton, play Cameron University, and win both.
Sweep them.
4-2 in the first game, and then 9-0 run rule in the second. So,
not bad.
Guys, what do we think about the rebound here from the softball team?
It was disappointing dropping those, 3 games?
Yeah, they lost 3 games over the weekend.
That was a little disappointing, but it's good to see them come back and kind of do that, be able to sweep a team like that.
Yeah.
I think they're doing pretty good, pretty decent.
I would say the same as long as it's not a bad habit, which, based on this sweep that we just witnessed, especially the 9-0 run rule, we should especially see that the UCO softball team keeps going with that momentum.
Yep.
9-0 run rules.
Yeah, pretty
it's kind of a
impressive.
good tune-up.
Pretty impressive. Tori Collette hit two run home runs in the 2 games, which I thought was pretty solid. Good for her. Jaden Chestnut continued her dominating stretch. She threw a complete game 3-hitter in the first game. That came after she threw a complete game 1-hitter against Missouri Western on Sunday, and they lost that game 1-0. So,
Chestnut's
pretty
killing it.
unfortunate for her that she was able to throw that well and get a loss.
118 pitches, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty good for them, though. I think that, let's see, what does that move their record to now?
They are
23-7, is that right? Okay, 23-7. A few road games coming up here in the next little stretch. They go to Lincoln, which is Jefferson City, the capital city of Missouri.
Mhm.
And then, well, that's the Saturday series, excuse me. Friday series is in Lindenwood, which is St. Charles, Missouri, which is pretty much St. Louis, just the west side of St. Louis. So they got 4 games that are on a pretty long road stretch there, and they come back to Edmond for about 6 games. So
Get those home games back.
absolutely, they gotta gain all those home games that they lost earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So-
I'd like to see them move out of that 16th spot, move up a little bit. I think they're better than that.
I do too. We talked about it last show that
Mhm.
they went 6-1 in that stretch and then
Drop.
moved down 6 spots. So I'd imagine that they'll probably drop a little bit more in the poll that comes out today. I think comes out this afternoon, or tomorrow. We'll see. But
See as they pick up those home games, I guess.
right.
It's only a hiccup. Nothing too drastic about it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be just fine. We'll move on to the bigger field, I guess, the baseball team. We'll stay with the baseball, softball sports.
You got it.
Baseball team kind of struggled this weekend at home. Hosted Pitt State and got routed in the first 2 games. On Friday, lost 16-2, and then on Saturday, lost 10-1. A couple tough losses there, but they come back on Sunday. They actually rally, so that was good to see. They come back, win 9-8 on Sunday. So they're able to salvage the weekend a bit with the win on Sunday. See if they can carry some momentum from that. Encouraging that they got down early in that game and were able to come back, especially figuring in the fact that they lost so big on Friday and Saturday. So they're in Joplin today at 3. They're playing Missouri Southern, so we'll see if they can get a win there. Guys, is it any discouraging at all to see our boys struggling right now? They lost 9-3 to Missouri Southern last week and also 10-2 to Lindenwood on last Sunday. So a couple big losses here lately.
Well, they were on that 5-game losing streak, and then it was kind of looking at the Pitt games where they lost the previous 2. It was disappointing seeing that, especially since Pitt has a worse record than we do. So I mean that was a little discouraging, but it was good to be able to come back and beat the team that you'd already lost to twice. So I am getting spam. I lost where I was at.
Spam is no good.
Victor?
No, definitely. I mean, I would be disappointed if we had no hits like we started earlier this season, where we can barely get only 10 hits in a whole day of a 3-game series. But this time around, we rallied back into a 9-8 win. and got within the hits. And not to mention Corey Floyd and John is it Camies?
Yeah, Camies.
Camies.
Yes.
Both heading up UCO's hitting as well as runs needed. So they're keeping us afloat.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Westbrook effect. Those two guys hold up the team, and if everybody else starts hitting in through the hits and get the runs needed, we are safe.
Yeah, I agree. No
pun intended.
Ooh, safe. Good one. Very subtle pun there. Very punny.
I was thinking of it the whole way.
Very punny. So they're in Joplin today at 3 o'clock. They're playing Missouri Southern. And this weekend they return for a 3-game series against Emporia.
Ooh, we like playing them.
Begins Friday at 3. So we'll see if we can. We got to win on Sunday. See if we can get a little stretch going here.
Missouri Southern's the one that beat us pretty convincingly. What, a week, 2 ago?
Yeah.
Week or 2
9-3, right?
Yeah, that's when we had that rain delay. I think, here. Or their bus.
The bus broke down.
Yeah. So
Bus broke down.
I'd like to go
elements
get some
delay.
revenge.
The elements delay.
Whatever.
Environmental delay. So we're 17-10-1. We have that tie, which is just ridiculous. And then we're 7-9 in conference play. So that's kind of where we need to pick things up, is in our conference games. So we'll see if we can do that. Let's move on here to a little track and field story.
Oh, yes.
How about Mariah Garcia, guys?
Again.
Gotta love
impressive.
Take the headline.
Gotta love it, Mariah.
Yes.
Mariah Garcia is a thrower on the track team, and last year she won the national championship in outdoor discus. And just this weekend, she already secured a spot in the national championships with an automatic qualifying. So there's provisional qualifying marks and automatic qualifying marks in track. And so provisional qualifying is a number that you have to throw to even be considered, or run, whatever, to be considered. And then automatic is a number that's high enough to where, okay, you're good enough, we'll take you. So she threw an automatic mark in the discus, 177 feet 7 inches.
And that's farther than what she threw winning the national championship.
Yes, exactly. That's her furthest throw.
Even more exciting.
Yes. So 177 feet, what is that? That's almost 60 yards, right? 180 feet would be 60 yards.
I just know it's a long ways.
Yeah.
60 yards.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That is very impressive. So yes, and you mentioned that her throw. That's the automatic qualifying. So the automatic qualifying mark is 163 feet. So she outthrew the automatic qualifying mark by 14 feet. So she's the girl to beat in the discus, and she's proven that, and she's getting better this year. So good luck to those girls that are trying to throw against her.
Yeah,
definitely.
She's a very good chance.
Yes. So she also broke a school record in the hammer throw on Friday. 190 feet 7 inches.
It's a very dangerous looking thing.
Yes, and that's a provisional mark. So the hammer is the one that's on the chain and you spin around, right? Okay.
Okay, Jay.
You
I was
get
just
busy.
about to ask.
Yes.
The hammer.
Yes. Yeah. They don't actually throw hammers. That'd be pretty impressive if you could throw a hammer 190
That's what I was
feet.
thinking. I just went retro on that.
That'd be shocking.
I think you could.
I would be impressed. I would pay money to see that. Someone throwing actual hammers. I'm sure there's like a.
I mean, they can throw a metal disc. I don't see why they can't throw a hammer.
Fair enough. I'll talk to Coach Brennan and see if we can get that event set up.
I'll set up and I'll try out.
And then the next phase of that is you throw hammers at a wall of nails, and you have the person that nails in the most nails with a hammer throw wins the event.
We don't just talk about sports here. We make sports.
We create sports. The extreme track and field Olympics. Anyway, Mariah Garcia, congratulations. You have qualified for the national championship, and it's in Bradenton, Florida. So
have fun in the sun. Jeez.
How about that? So good for them. The rest of the track team is doing pretty solid. Ashlyn Carroll finished second in the 100-meter hurdles. That's pretty solid.
Nice.
That was she hit a provisional mark in the heptathlon last week, which let's see if we can do this here. Heptathlon is javelin, shot, long jump, high jump, 800, 100 hurdles. That's 6, and then one more. I should have gone down this slope without.
I was gonna say 32.
200.
Yeah, 200.
I was about to say I ran the track. I
200.
ran track. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, heptathlon is 7 events. That's what they do in the outdoor. Pentathlon's indoor. They do 5 events.
Okay.
That's
So,
crazy.
my girlfriend ran track, and so I had to. I wanted to go to watch her run track.
Had
So,
to.
so
Good
so
save.
so
Good
good
for
so good for her. Good for her hitting that provisional mark in the heptathlon. Hep is the fancy acronym they use. So excuse me. Yes. So good for Ashlyn. A few other girls are doing well as well. So good for them. Good to see. I think we finished last in the conference indoor meet, so it's good to see them improving as the outdoor season goes along. Maybe we can
I
improve.
feel like outdoor is more of everyone's kind of specialty, anyways.
Indoor is more of a warm up for outdoor.
Yeah.
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 So we'll see how they do. I'm excited for them, and I'm excited for Mariah to maybe defend her national championship.
Mhm.
So let's go to tennis really quick.
Denise.
Got on a little hot stretch there for a little bit. They won 3 matches in a row,
Looking good.
and then got smacked by NSU. Lost 9-0, which is okay. That's NSU is one of the best tennis teams in the country. So
Yeah.
Huh.
We have a winning record though. So,
We do.
I mean,
we do. And like I said, that 3-match streak. I mean, we were struggling there for a while, and then we rattle off 3 in a row. So
yeah.
good for them. They're at Emporia today at 1:30 against Emporia State, and then tomorrow they're in Topeka taking on Washburn.
Topeka.
So we'll see how they do. Good for them though, going on a little stretch there. 9-7, like you said.
Good to see that.
So
Yep.
not bad at all. We'll see if
Nope.
they can keep that going.
Faux show.
And then really quickly, I just wanted to bring up. I told you guys I wanted to bring up spring football because it's always football
Oh,
season.
yeah.
It's always football season in Oklahoma.
Mhm.
That's right.
There's always something football related going on. So I just wanted to briefly mention that the football team is in spring practice. Had their second practice yesterday. They go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then some Saturdays is how they schedule it.
Oh,
You're only allowed 15 practices in the spring.
only
so-
15.
So instead of just doing it 5 days a week for 3 weeks, they space it out. That way they can have days they can watch film and
Right.
stuff like that. So,
How do you know this?
well, I did play.
What?
I
really?
did play on the I did play on the team.
Okay.
I'm not a creep. I don't just sit over there in the office and ask them their schedule.
I
so
just thought you were a coach because
Well,
the whole
maybe.
outfit.
perhaps
The whole
perhaps.
touchdown TJ.
Yes,
thing.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I did play. I am retired now.
Okay.
I played. Exhausted all of my eligibility. So,
Fair enough.
so I just finished this past fall. So I have a general idea of who's coming back. We have a lot of guys coming back this year. From a team that went 3-8, but also from a team who's experienced and won 8 games 3 years ago and 7 games 2 years ago. So a lot of experience coming back. Chaz Stallard coming back at quarterback. Him and I split time quite a bit the past 3 years. I played quarterback. I didn't even mention that. So we split a lot of time the past 2-3 years. So
That was close.
experience there. Jake Gander and Clay McKenzie, 2 really good running backs coming back. Have both of them back. They're both healthy. JT Looper was our best receiver, not last year, but the season before. Had to sit out last year. He's back this year, so that'll help. Few big pieces on defense coming back. Kid named Alex Figueroa. He's a linebacker, transferred from the University of Miami.
Ooh,
Wow.
So that'll be big time.
What the heck?
Look to be hearing his name a lot in the fall. And then a couple of changes on the coaching staff. Coach Bobeck, the head coach, will be calling plays this year. So that'll be nice to see. Coach Hood was a receiver here. He was the receivers coach last year. He's now the quarterback's coach, so we'll see how that goes. And then we bring in Jarrell Jackson is his name. He's going to be the new receivers coach. He's coached a lot of Division I schools, Dartmouth, places like
Okay.
that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure what day the spring game is scheduled. They haven't released that date yet. So that's a good chance for all the fans and students to go out and
Mhm.
see how the Broncos are going to be next year.
Heck yeah.
Fair
So-
enough.
I'm excited.
So, like I said, football season never ends here in Oklahoma.
Nope.
And
That was a great preview, TJ.
I did my best.
Good
I
job,
did.
you go.
touchdown.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that. Okay. So that was your brief spring football update. Now let's just go to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Bam.
Through 3 quarters last night, it looked like we were going to have a pretty upsetting show.
Yeah.
In fact, Luke, you said that you left where you were watching the game, correct?
I left right before the fourth quarter because I was like, oh no, here we go again. We're down by like double digits. And I said, we can't do it. So
Markham.
I left. I got home and I was very surprised to see.
Happily surprised.
Happily surprised, excuse me, to see that we pulled it out. Or Russell Westbrook did. I don't mean,
Yeah, it was.
there's a lot of his showing there in the end, I guess.
It was very nice. Not going to point out anymore that you left, but 14-0 to end the game is pretty remarkable.
And what was the end score? We won by 1?
Yep. 92-91.
Mm-hmm. Buzzer beater by Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
Shocking. 7
shocking.
seconds left.
Shocking. So Russell gets his 37th triple-double.
Yep.
41 is the regular season record, so he's 4 away from tying it,
On his
5
way.
from breaking it, and there's 9 games left, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got a good shot.
So he is most likely gonna average a triple-double this year
He
through
has
the
to.
entire season.
At least
which-
going to tie it.
so
We need to bump up that seed.
the fact that he may average a triple-double through 82 games, I don't know why there's any discussion for MVP.
Yeah.
I don't think the Thunder would win 20 games without him.
There's like 65 different storylines behind that MVP race alone.
Sad. It's really
Pointing
sad.
out if it's wins or stats that is most important for an MVP.
I think
Right.
it's stats.
But no, it's like most valuable player. Like which team would benefit without having the said player?
Mm.
I think Westbrook gone would have had the Thunder way under, in the win column.
Oh yeah. Like was it
And
80%, 80-something% of the time when he gets a triple double, we win. So
that's right.
Yeah, so we have 42 wins and he has 37 triple doubles.
And if Harden's gone, they'll be okay because they're a 3-point shooting team. So there you go. That says it alone.
Yep. You were talking about seeding. With that win last night and Memphis lost, the Thunder are 2 games up, 2.5 games up actually on the 7th spot on Memphis. So they're in 6th right now.
Yeah.
And they have a pretty decent cushion between them and 7th. So likely the lowest they'll go is 6 unless they just go on a horrible losing streak these last couple weeks.
it's possible.
But their schedule is very easy. They're 1 game back of the Clippers for 5th spot and 2.5 back for the 4th spot. So they got a chance to climb. I mentioned their schedule is pretty easy. They play the Spurs. The next game. Not they play the Magic next and then the Spurs.
Okay.
But then after that they go Hornets, Bucks, Grizzlies, Suns, Nuggets, Wolves, Nuggets.
Oh no.
So
oh no.
2 teams in these last few games that have a winning record. I guess 3. The Bucks are 1 game above 500.
Don't discount the Nuggets, man. Don't discount the Nuggets.
I'm not. I'm just telling you judging by record, they have 3 games against teams with winning records in these last 9.
Some very winnable games.
Yes, and that Spurs game is at home, and it's late in the year. Who knows? They might rest their guys.
And they might cool off after that beatdown they gave.
Oh, they smoked the Cavs, which is fantastic. Love it.
Love it.
Love it. Not supposed to show bias here, but I am because I do not like the Cavs. And you mentioned it too before the show. The Cavs are no longer in the first place spot in the Eastern Conference.
That's right. They lost it. Boston's down to number 1 seed, and Cleveland, first time this season, are the number 2 seed. Yes. Simple as that. Whoa. But anything can change at this point. But it's refreshing.
Absolutely.
To see the Cavs go. Boop.
Yeah, it's good to see the Celtics in the 1 spot. That's always nice. It's always nice. And the Wizards and Raptors, honestly, are 3 games back of that spot. So there's 4 teams there at the top of the East that have a chance to maybe climb into it.
There you go. Excitement.
Yeah, you never know.
I had no clue any of those guys were any good.
Yeah.
Like the Boston, they surprised me. You said that before. I was like, wow, really?
Boston's very collective. They're a good team. They can actually compete. If they're number 1, they can possibly win the East with that.
Well, that's good to see. I like the Celtics.
Yeah. I hate the Celtics, but gotta give them credit.
That's all right.
Gotta give them credit.
Crazy to see that the Thunder, with 1 player on their team, is 5 games back of the defending champion Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So
it's amazing.
Pretty cool stuff right there.
Very cool
we'll
stuff.
see if they can finish the season strong. See if Russell can break that triple-double record. See if he can also finish the season averaging a triple-double.
Yes.
All cool storylines to follow. Briefly here, let's mention the Final Four. I mentioned this in the Sportscast yesterday. If you predicted the Final Four correctly, you probably cheated. So
yeah, it was close, man.
I think everyone's brackets just
everybody's
now
done
after this last week.
It is completely busted.
I mentioned a stat.
I didn't
see if I can find it.
that.
There it is. So of the 18,797,085 brackets made on ESPN, only 657 correctly picked the Final Four.
Oh my gosh.
0.003%.
That's right.
So
very nice.
So I just did the math in my head.
Yeah,
just
dude.
really
Look
quick.
At you.
Yeah.
You're a mathematician on the show.
Thanks. So it's
I'm very confident in this.
South Carolina, Gonzaga, playing against each other, and
That's
then
right.
Oregon, North Carolina.
Oh.
How many teams did you get right? You had a few teams right, didn't you?
Yeah, and all to the Elite Eight. Then they all fell.
Oh, so did you get?
They all fell there. So my complete Final Four is busted by that. I had UCLA in the Final Four. I had Florida in the Final Four, and Oregon. I had them lose out in Rhode Island, but I was.
Oh, you had Rhode Island in the Final Four. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
But outside of that, I didn't. Yeah, like you said, anybody who got that correct was either drunk when they filled it out, or they were just
No
nuts.
No doubt.
That's crazy.
Who do you guys want to win now?
I want North Carolina, South Carolina.
I want South Carolina to win.
That'd be cool. I just want to see Gonzaga win. They get there. They're always good.
They had the easiest road there.
They
They
did.
have to win.
And they still have the easiest road because now they play South Carolina. This is 7th seed.
Oh
so
yeah, seriously.
I hope they win. They always this is the best team that they've had there, and it's the easiest road, like you said.
Their bigs are playing fantastic.
Yeah.
They hit every shot that they're in, and they smoke everybody.
Well, they're number 1 seed too, aren't they?
Yeah. They are.
Are they the last number 1
No,
seed?
North Carolina's in.
North Carolina's
North Carolina.
in
I
too.
thought they were number 2 or something.
No.
But yeah,
So,
But North
I
Carolina's
like to
in
see
and
them.
they
Why?
don't
Who
know.
do you want to win?
South Carolina.
Fair enough.
And who'd you say? You just said you wanted that game.
I just wanted that game. I don't care who wins. because you can pick any matchup you want, and it's still good. Oregon, South Carolina, great game. 2 teams that have never been there before. Gonzaga, North Carolina, number one. Anything works for me.
I agree.
I just want good basketball. No 3 and 22 field goals. I don't want that.
Like Kansas?
Well, I mean,
no.
Yeah. Kansas, what did you do to me?
You're supposed to win it all.
Ugh.
I know. I felt bad for Kansas. They're pretty much playing a home game.
They had the
thrashed.
easiest road too.
Yeah,
Oh.
they really did.
That was depressing.
Yeah,
They really
a little
did.
bit.
Okay, but before we run out of here, Luke, go ahead and give me your brief soccer
My
update.
brief soccer update.
Yep.
Okay.
You're so excited, throwing phones.
Throw
All right.
stuff down.
So was it last Friday? U.S. got back into action in some World Cup qualifiers, which we weren't looking too good at. The first few World Cup qualifiers we had, we got beat, and we were in last place in the group. And so we come back with a new coach, Bruce Arena, and we come back and beat Honduras last Friday, 6-0.
Oh, it was Honduras.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dempsey scored a hat trick. Pulisic, the 18-year-old, had a goal and a couple assists. And so we're back in action tonight, playing. Oh my gosh, people keep texting me and I can't click on stuff.
So popular.
My gosh. We come back tonight and play Panama, which is currently in third,
Ooh,
and
yeah.
we moved up into fourth after our win, and we need to finish in the top 3 to really be able to move on to the World Cup.
So top 3 in the group move on to
Uh-huh.
World Cup.
Yep.
World Cup.
And
Okay.
so
Just
they're in
know
that fourth
I
spot,
wore
so we need to win
In
this.
your honor. I wore this in your honor.
Okay.
So how many?
my
Okay,
God.
so how many games are left in the qualifying?
We play Mexico again. We play Trinidad and Tobago. So, like, I don't know exactly, but we play each team twice, I think.
Okay, so there's
So-
okay, and they got to finish in the top 3 to qualify.
Yes.
And when is the World Cup next year?
It is
Or is it later this?
2018, so next
so
summer.
next year.
next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not bad. I forgot. I thought Dempsey retired, so that's cool, Eddie.
No, he had a irregular heartbeat, so he had to take like almost a year off. But he's back now and scored a hat trick, which is very exciting to see.
He had an irregular heartbeat, so he beat it, or he still has it yet he's playing.
He had it and he took almost a year off, and I'm not really sure what the deal is. I guess just resting was good for him, but he's back
Okay.
now, and he is like 3 goals, I think, away from Landon Donovan's all-time scoring
Wow.
record for the U.S.
Wow.
2 or 3 goals.
Wow.
Yeah.
See,
So-
an irregular heartbeat in like golf or like baseball, that's okay, but an irregular heartbeat in soccer, like that's really dangerous.
Yeah.
Good
So-
for Captain America there, beating the
Exactly.
irregular heartbeat, coming back and beating life into the United States soccer team.
Yeah,
and
that's
Bruce
right.
Arena, you said new coach Bruce Arena, but he has coached there before, correct?
Yeah, back in almost the early 2000s. Yeah, we got rid of Jurgen Klinsmann after we hit a little slump there. And so
You're
we
pretty
brought him
good.
in, and we looked revitalized, won 6-0, so I hope we can do it again tonight against Panama.
And is that game on ESPN, ESPN2, anything like that? Have you seen anything?
Last game was on FS1, so
Ooh, okay.
Hmm.
So you think that one will be also on FS1?
I'm sure it
Most
will
likely.
be. Most likely, yeah.
I know you weren't
They haven't
prepared
announced
for
it
that
yet.
question. I wasn't prepared. I don't even know what channel it's on either.
Well, depending on, I guess, what provider you have, but
There you go.
It says 905, but I'm not seeing a channel. So I'm assuming it's FS1 because I'm on ESPN. They normally don't advertise that games are on channels that they don't have. So
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
FS1. So sweet. What's your jersey you have on over there?
El Salvador jersey. I would turn around.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Nice.
Right there.
Nice.
Bam.
I don't know why you're wearing a jersey of the competitor, but thanks for at least trying.
Hey, it's the only one I have of soccer, and the only way I can say, hey, we're in the same conference as USA, and I can say that USA blowing out Honduras 6-0 is like the Thunder blowing out the Cavs 130-90.
Whoa.
That's a big deal.
Some
Are
good
you
stuff.
are you from El Salvador? Is that why you're wearing the
My
jersey?
parents are.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you credit for wearing the jersey
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright.
If I say I'm from there, no way.
Ryan, are your parents from El Salvador?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I knew it.
Ryan does have a hint of El Salvadorian.
It
Perhaps?
has. He
Is
does.
that the right way? I don't know.
It's in the beard.
It's in
I
the
know.
beard.
It's in
No
the
doubt.
beard.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay. We are out of time today. Fun show. Fun show, guys. Great job today.
Likewise.
As always, you can find us on the YouTube channel, and you can find us on Cox 125. You can find us on U Central Media. You can find us on a lot of places. So we're all over the place. So, as always, TJ Eckert at TJ_Eckert.
Luke Parrish at Luke A. Parrish.
And Victor Gazada at VicQ87.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys.